Hi Dragonflies, it's Miss Amy again. Hope you guys are having a good time at home with your families, staying nice and warm in this weather. Now remember, this month our theme is space, right? And space is massive. There's so much stuff in space. We've talked about asteroids, we've talked about stars and how stars form constellations. We've talked about the 8 planets and how far away from the sun they get. And that's just our solar system. Solar systems are in galaxies. Remember, we drew galaxies. So we're going to keep with that theme. Today we're going to talk about traveling in space. Now remember, we watched the Magic School Bus, and the Magic School Bus turned into what? A rocket! And they flew from planet to planet to planet and learned all about the solar system through their space ship. So there are all kinds of spaceships. There's rockets like the ones the astronauts use. There's different kinds of things in space that are man-made. There's satellites that orbit around the Earth. They just go around and around. And there's the International Space Station, where people from countries all over the world actually live in space and do research up there. How cool is that? Would you like to live in space? Might be a little scary for me. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make paper plate flying saucers, little spaceships. They're really cute. I put a troll alien in mine, but you can make whatever you want. I colored on it and I made it my very own. And then you can play with it. Zzz, they're really fun. So what you're going to need is 2 paper plates. I use styrofoam because styrofoam is really easy to color on with crayons, but you can get really creative with this. You can have a lot of fun. You could use glitter glue, you could use puffy paint, whatever kind of stuff you have. You could glue pieces of construction paper on and make patterns. Remember patterns. I know Miss Kenzie's been talking to you guys about patterns. So you're going to start with 2 paper plates. You could do styrofoam, you could do paper, whatever you want to do to decorate it, it's all yours. You're going to need a plastic cup. I'm using clear ones because I like to put the little alien guys in there. And I'm going to do kind of an optional step at the end of mine and make my own alien to put in there. This is your spaceship, so you make it however you want. If you want to use a red cup or a purple cup or a black cup, however you want to make your spaceship, this is your spaceship. So this project is really simple. So what we're going to do is... So you're obviously going to need your stuff that you're going to use to decorate. So crayons, paints, glitters, whatever you want to use. And then I'm just using Scotch tape, but you could also use a glue stick to do this. And then if you want to try practicing your cutting, we've been practicing cutting a lot in class, you'll need a pair of scissors and maybe an extra paper plate or a piece of construction paper. However you want to do this, you can get creative with it. So I'm going to start with my 2 plates here. And I'm going to put one down with the rims. So this part that sticks up, I'm going to have that part up like this. So it goes like this. And I'm going to take the other one just like that. And I'm going to flip it upside down and put it right on top. So it's like this. And there's your little spaceship. There's like the main part of it. All you need is some Scotch tape. 2 pieces. And I'm going to take one end here. I'm going to tape it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Right there. Now, if you're doing this more as art and you'd like to display it or save it, you can just do 2 pieces. But if you want to play with it like a toy, which is what I like to do with my art projects, you're going to do more pieces of tape. So I'm going to do this end too. So I've done here, I'm doing here, and I'm doing here. And then I'm going to do this end. So it's really nice and secure. So at this point, you can put the top part, the little driver's compartment on top. We can put that on right away. Or this would be a good time to get out that paint, that glitter glue, whatever you want to use, and kind of decorate it. So you can see on the one I made here, I drew all sorts of kind of designs. We've got lights here on the side of it. However you want to make it. Just make it fun. Have fun with it. So I've got my base here. And so, like I showed you, I used a little troll doll for my little spaceship pilot, but you can also make your own. So you could take whatever kind of material, if you want to use Play-Doh, if you want to use clay, whatever you've got. I just used another paper plate. I took it like this, and I took my scissors, and I just kind of imagined a design, cut it out, like a little guy. And so I came up with this guy. He kind of looks like Pikachu. I really like Pikachu. This is my little alien guy, and then I drew on him. See, I drew his eyes and his mouth. He has some kind of funny markings here, and he's wearing his little spaceman suit. And so this guy can go in here. And I'm just going to put this down on top like this. So it's sticking up like that, and there's your little driver compartment. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my pieces of tape, just 2, or you could do 4. it looks better if you just use 2. Okay, so I've taped one end down just right here, and I'm doing my other end right on the side here. See how it's like taped down like that? That's what you can see. There's my little guy, my little space Pikachu. And I'm going to tape it down like this. And then after I finished this part, that's when I took my crayons. I took all kinds of crazy colors, because there's all kinds of crazy colors in space, right? And I just drew my little designs all around the edge. So I'm going to do like a circle around here, like this. Cool. And then maybe some lines going out. Make it however you want, and you don't just have to use crayons. I mean, you could take your scissors. See, I mean, a little pattern there. Makes it look real spacey. You could even take your scissors and like, you could do like a jagged edge. So I just took my scissor and I put like edges in it like that. So you can do it like this. So, like this. Perfect. And I just would do that same pattern all around. You could just cut lines into it. Get creative with it. And I really liked making my own little guy. I think it's really fun. You could do it either way. If you have like a favorite toy that you want to send into space, you can do that. And that's how you make your little paper plate UFOs. So these are really fun. They're fun to play with. They're fun to just look at. And you can decorate it however you want. And so that's our art project for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be making our own toys. How cool is that? We're going to make our own space alien toys. So I miss you guys. I will see you soon. Bye, dragonflies!